Texas Tech and Baylor here, getting to the end of the card on Saturday. All right. When we were on the Circus show, Baylor was the team that opened up a favorite here in this one. They opened up a 3-point favorite, but Texas Tech has been taking most of the action. They've moved to a 1.5-point favorite. I see some pretty sharp guys are on Texas Tech. This total opened 59.5, went down to 56.5, now is back up to 59.5. I find that interesting because that's kind of the way that I was already, headed the direction that I was already headed kind of in this one was to the over. So I did find that interesting. Now, for me, when I'm taking a look at the matchup for these two, I see that for Baylor here to open as a favorite. Let me check some. I just want to check real quick the injury report again. Make sure I'm not missing anything here because the last time I looked at the game, it was a pick 'em, and now it's even moved to 1.5 here. So maybe there was a little bit more information. Let me just call up the Texas. Well, we know the Texas Tech quarterback is out for the season. He missed last week's game as well. So I mean, he had a broken leg, I believe. So interesting that it's still moving to to Texas Tech here. That it has me a little bit perplexed. I would say here. All right. I might be hitting the wall here a little bit. Let's see, I'm having a little bit of technical problem. Thanks, Nathan. I might be ready to check on out here. Thomas is on Baylor. Daryl's on the over. That's what I'm on right there, pretty much at this point. Is Baylor and over, but Rodney says his play here tomorrow is on Washington State, and did we cover? I think that was one I was kind of saving, right? Let me see if I had anything for you on that one, right? I think that was one that we had already kind of made a pick on. So yeah. Oh, I gave out the under in that game. Remember? Oh yeah, the massive line move to the under, but I still liked it under, and I still went under despite that. What is it? 10-point line move now in that game. Well, 60.5, so 7-point line move, but it did go all the way down to 58.5. Has actually come back up a little bit, but I see that one going under tomorrow in that one. Thanks, Nathan. I appreciate you. Go out and cash. That's what I want to hear from you. All right. Well, I was going to cover Texas Tech and Baylor. Probably one of those situations where I don't know. I felt like I typed out a bunch of notes, and what did I do? Hit delete or something? Like I don't have the my notes on the game as much. So, anyways, I do have my picks right here. Baylor here plus 1.5. Now I don't know. Maybe I don't need to go into the notes now that we have a team that was favored and now they're an underdog. So I don't know. Maybe if anything, that's the way I was already looking. So why not? I mean, Baylor, they've won 4. I'll just have to go off the. Let me just go off the cheat sheet here. They've won 4 of their last 5, covered just 2 of those. Baylor last year, what was it? They won 45-17 in that game. Now we know it was a little bit different, certainly, and I don't know. Baylor, that game last week against Central Florida, it was 35-7, but with those 29 points to win the game like they did was pretty impressive, I thought. And to win that game, what was the final there? 36-35, big time comeback momentum. So just not sure what folks maybe are seeing necessarily with the Bears, with Texas Tech in this game. I mean, I know that you know the teams have had drastically different seasons for sure. Texas Tech, their losses so far, their games have been close. They've lost by only one score in these games. Now, for me, that momentum there for Baylor, that's just going to be where I'm gonna go with this one. Thank you for being patient and bearing with me here. I don't know what happened to my little write up, but we do have enough information, I think, here to solidify my play a little bit. Baylor's won the last two. Terrell, just take the Bears. Take the Baylor Bears. They got the word Bears in them. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate you.